Receiver Christian Kirk finished with only 4.1 fantasy points in week 16 against the Jets. And there are many reasons why we could see this playing out. It was bad weather. The Jets play good defense against opposing wide receivers, especially in the slot. Christian Kirk did not have a good wide receiver cornerback matchup for that week. And he still got 6 targets in the game, but only 3 for 22. And then he also had a rush for 4 yards. He finished at the wide receiver 61 in the week. And it has been alternating right over the last few weeks. Not like that's predictable, but at least it's an interesting pattern. Week 10, wide receiver 4. Week 12, wide receiver 63. Week 13, wide receiver 19. Then wide receiver 47, wide receiver 21, wide receiver 61. So it seems like he's bouncing back and forth between a productive week and a not productive week. And Houston, while they don't give a lot of fantasy points to the wide receiver, if it falls under the narrative of Jacksonville wants to put the foot on the gas and wants to blow the Houston Texans out, this could be a massive game for Christian Kirk, because many of the pieces of the secondary for the Houston Texans are not graded as good cornerbacks or good players in the secondary. So I would be firing up Christian Kirk if we find out that, yes, the Jaguars are playing for something. So this is a narrative that I'm monitoring very closely, because it could very much fall the other way. This Houston game really doesn't play much consequence into whether or not the Jaguars make the playoffs. It ultimately will come down to that week 18 matchup against Tennessee. So we're paying very close attention to that Tennessee matchup in week 18, but it's not relevant for fantasy. So I feel like there is just a wide range of outcomes for Christian Kirk. Could he hit? Absolutely. If you like the content and this is helpful to you, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. It really helps the channel. He could be a top 20 wide receiver. And in fact, on the season, Christian Kirk, wide receiver 14. However, there's also a very significant narrative where he doesn't hit. So if you have safer pieces, I would suggest starting them over Christian Kirk. That's how I would view Kirk, as a very wide range type of wide receiver. And that's what he's displayed over the past 5-6 weeks of the season. So he's not someone I'm trusting that it is within the range of outcomes that he hits. He could have a 5 for 70 and a touchdown game, and then he's totally worth it. I'm cautious to offer that as the path to success for Christian Kirk. He is not going to be someone that I'm going out of my way to find or put in my lineup.